Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we would do a little bit of a more informal chit-chatty style video, and I wanted to talk to you about some of the beauty treatments or just kind of things that I've had done, because I get asked a lot of things of, have you had this done? Could you recommend a place for this? And there are lots of beauty treatments that I do at home myself, and then there are some that I do get done professionally. So I thought I would take this video to kind of clear all of that up. So if it's not mentioned in this video, then up until this point I haven't had that done, but I will do future ones of these and update you guys if I do have any other treatments elsewhere. I can do more of these if you would like that. So where shall I get started? The list is actually kind of small for the fact that I am a beauty YouTuber. I definitely prefer to do a lot of beauty treatments at home. Up until recently there was very little that I got done externally. I used to like doing everything myself, including my hair. I would cut my own hair, I would dye my own hair. To be fair, for the past like 3 or 4 years I have not really dyed it very much, but this year I've really enjoyed messing around with my hair and having someone else mess around with my hair. So I guess we'll get started with hair. I get my hair done at Webster Hair in Brighton. I don't go to a big London salon or a chain, unfortunately, but Webster is a really great Brighton hairdresser, and he opened his salon about 2 years ago in Brighton, and I have been going there for quite a long time now. Definitely a year and a half, verging on 2 years, and the first thing that I started having done there was kind of like ombre, balayage style stuff, and they have been the best for ombre and balayage by far out of everyone that I've tried. And they're also great at cuts as well. And what I really like about the salon is that each hairdresser has their own speciality. So I kind of picked the hairdresser based on what I knew they enjoyed doing the most and do the best. So my hairdresser is Javier. I would highly recommend him, and he is very good at like soft bouncy blow dries and balayage, and he's really good at like a really lovely layered cut as well, which is exactly how I would kind of describe my hair. And I recently went to see him and had my hair kind of switched up a little bit for autumn. There's a vlog, if you want to go and watch that. I will kind of pop a little clip of it on screen and you can click it and go and watch it, or I'll put a card if you're on mobile. I went and saw him and we kind of autumnalized my hair. With my hair, what we did was we put some more blonde in to kind of revitalise the colour, and we put what Javier calls baby lights through. So I have bits of blonde just going kind of throughout the under layers of my hair, just really fine strands of blonde, and I've got a couple at the front as well. And then what we did was we put a warm dark brown through the roots. It's not actually that dark when you see the swatch, but on me it looks very dark. So then once we'd put that on, I think we then put a toner all over just to kind of merge everything, and it made the blonde a little bit softer, and I just really love the way that it looks. I am so happy with it. And then we cut it as well. I had about maybe a centimetre off. I'm always saying to Javier, I'm like, trim the layers but take nothing off the ends, because I'm just not ready to part with my hair yet. I'm one of those children that had a forced bob throughout most of their childhood, so I'm quite precious about the length of my hair. But yeah, that is it for my hair. So Webster Hair, would highly recommend them so much. And then we're moving on to nails, which is something that I get asked so many questions about, especially over the course of Vlogtober. Everyone has been asking about these nails in particular because of the colour, and I get my nails done at Powder Beauty in Brighton, which is such a lovely salon. It is the one salon in Brighton that I would highly recommend. I've had some really bad experiences at other salons in Brighton. They actually were a salon that I found by accident after I'd had a bit of a mishap with one salon, and they'd like given away my slot, and I literally bumped into a sign for this salon and I thought that they had actually closed, but they literally had moved across the road, and they're now tucked away, which makes it quite nice and quiet and tranquil. And yeah, they are a lovely salon. They fitted me in last minute, which I really appreciated, having just had my other nail appointment given away and I really needed my nails done, and they fitted me in and did such a great job. So when I go into the salon, I basically have shellac done, but I also have a gel overlay put on all of my nails to strengthen them. They are literally like rocks, because my nails are naturally quite weak at the moment. Over the past year they've just become very soft, so they break a lot and it's a bit of a nightmare, and it's awful when someone does a really beautiful manicure and then one nail will literally rip whilst I'm like lugging a suitcase around. Actually, the most my nails have ever broken over the past year is mostly due to suitcases. But yeah, they will do the gel overlay, and they also, if there are any breaks or rips in the nail, they use some glue to kind of build that back together. So it just means I don't have to have actual nail extensions. And on some hands where nails have actually broken, so I think I have one nail that broke on my right hand. They basically, with the gel, can rebuild a false nail, but you don't have to have an extension. It's literally just this amazing gel stuff. I can't remember what it's called. It just makes my nails so much stronger, and I think it's just a bit better than having an actual false nail kind of extension put on. They also look so much more natural as well than when you have nail extensions. So all of them are my own nail apart from the one on my right index finger, and they are just the most beautiful colour. So I can't remember if I've already said, the colour is Field Fox. It's a CND shellac colour, but there are some Rimmel and Nails Inc dupes which I will link in the info box for you guys, just in case you're not really into shellac, because I know I don't enjoy doing it at home. It doesn't cost too much for me either. It is, I think it's around £45. So for those of you who have been wanting to know about my nails, that is the deal with my nails. If you're in Brighton, I would highly recommend Powder Beauty, but if you like to get your nails done at your own salon, I would recommend if they do a gel overlay, I would highly recommend that. So that is my local beauty kind of treatment rooms. I would highly recommend them. I love them. They also do lash extensions and lots of other things which I will be trying. So that is it for nails, and I thought I would briefly touch on facials. I'm quite particular about facials. I do try quite a fair few of them. Whenever I'm offered a facial, I will usually take it, just for the experience and see what that brand is like doing facials, or what that individual is like doing facials. And my one favourite place for facials that I found over the past year, I think I actually may have discovered them last Vlogtober, but my favourite place to go for facials, it's not the cheapest, but it's the One Aldwych Hotel, which they have a spa there, and the spa there do Oskia facials, and Oskia is possibly my maybe #1 favourite skincare brand. That Oskia facial was the best facial I've ever had. My skin had never looked so good. I actually discovered some amazing products because of that facial, and I do think a lot of it can be down to products, and with Oskia theirs are amazing, but the actual overall facial, the massage, the extraction, everything was amazing. They even do a little shoulder massage for you, and the whole experience was absolutely perfect. I loved it. I am currently dying to put myself back in there because my skin just looked good for a while after I had that facial as well. It wasn't just like a one-day thing. Like sometimes I've had facials and my skin looks great maybe the next day, but it doesn't really carry on, but my skin glowed for at least a week after I'd had that. It was just phenomenal. So I could not recommend them enough if you are looking for like a real nice facial treat to yourself. I would love to have them done regularly, but I do think it's quite a big expense, even if you find someone local to you. So I usually just prefer to do facials at home, and I will try my best to try and replicate the Oskia facial. At the moment I do have a little facial routine, so let me know if you would ever like to see what that looks like or anything. I'd love to put a video together like that for you guys. But yeah, that is facials. That is like the one place that I would recommend. I haven't really tried any other individuals or companies that have quite blown me away like that facial, so that is my one recommendation for facial. And then what else am I talking through? Okay, so I wanted to touch on piercings and tattoos because I obviously don't have a lot of treatments done, but I thought this would be the perfect place to talk about my piercings and tattoos as well as beauty treatments, because that is another question that I get asked so much about where I get things done. So my piercings, I used to get done at a place called Sydney Street Tattooists in Brighton, and I used to really like going there because there was a guy called Matt who worked there. He was amazing, loved him. He was really funny, but in a really sarky way. He always put me at ease. He did my 3 triple helix piercing, and honestly it was not the most fun piercing. It was very, very painful, but he did a really good job at kind of, sorry, I'm fiddling around with my hair. He did a really good job at kind of putting me at ease, and I just came to really, really trust him with doing my piercings. He always got the placement right and was just as gentle as he could be. But once he left, I actually had a bit of a bad experience there. So now for my piercings and for any changes and things like that, I go to Punctured, which is on, I think it's Gardner Street in Brighton. So if you're looking for Brighton piercing recommendations, that is it. But actually at the moment I am about to get myself booked in at the Maria Tash studio that is in Liberty in London, and I really like Kevin who works there. He is great. He actually changed my triple helix piercing when I went in. These ones are from Maria Tash. They cost me a fortune, but that was the reason that I'd had these piercings done, was because I saw a Maria Tash photo. I was very, very nervous just about having them changed. I get a bit scared of people touching my piercings because it kind of brings back the memories of how much they hurt. So I was a bit nervous, and he was just the nicest guy and put me at ease so much. So I will be going back and asking for him because he was amazing, although I think all of the team there are meant to be really great, but I just particularly like him. So I'm going to be going back there, I think, just before Christmas. And then for tattoos, I've pretty much been everywhere, and it's a bit complicated now because a lot of tattoo artists move on. There was a girl called Nikki who used to work for Angelic Hell and then in Brighton, and then moved on to Tattoo Workshop, and I'm not exactly sure where she is now. It's really, really hard to keep track of artists in Brighton because they do move about a lot. But most recently my 2 tattoos have been done at Buzz Tattoo in Lancing, which is a little bit out of Brighton, and my friend G works there. I will leave her Instagram on screen because she is awesome. I don't know if you can hear Nala scratching. She's like, you may have seen my vlog where I went and got tattooed by her, but yeah, I love her. Her work is amazing, so I would highly recommend her. It is a little bit of a way for me to travel, but travelling for good tattoo artists is actually something that I am quite in favour of. I think if you want to be tattooed by the right artist and have your tattoo look exactly how you want it to look, you are going to have to travel a little way. And in terms of cosmetic treatment, I thought I would just touch on this because even though I talked about it back in the summer in an FAQ, I still do get questions on whether I've had my lips done or any other cosmetic treatments, and the answer is no, I haven't. And I wanted to clear that up because obviously I don't talk about cosmetic surgery, and I hate the thought that someone would think that I might have had something done but I'm not talking about it and I'm not being transparent about it. And that is where I'm going to leave it because I don't really know how I feel about that topic, and so I'm just going to leave it there. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and yeah, let me know if there are any other videos that you would like to see. I hope you're all having the best day, and I hope you all have enjoyed Vlogtober. And yeah, we are back to 2 videos a week in November. Also, I'd like to check in with you on the days of the week that I upload. Are you happy with Thursday and Sunday? Would you prefer Monday and Friday? When do you guys like to watch YouTube? Let me know, because from Vlogtober it's actually really interesting to see who is watching the most when, and it's not Thursday and Sunday, so I thought I would ask you guys and see when you prefer. But that is it from me. I hope you're all having the best day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.